Here we are. I got Zell and Nell, part of the Keto and Zell show. Thanks again for coming on my show.
Oh, mate, it's always an honor and a
I
privilege.
saw the new T-shirt you guys got.
Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, not bad.
Wild.
You might just have to rip it off. It'll.
We're gonna get those like Superman under vest. Yeah, rip it out. There's an emergency.
There's also 2 games this weekend we got to talk about.
Finals rugby.
Finals rugby. Bath versus Leicester. Let's start with the undercard.
Yes,
for
that's
South
a good call. I like. Well, chronologically, it does come first. So.
Yeah. So Bath has beaten Leicester both times this year. One time was a pasting, 43-15, and a 5 at home at Leicester. They lost by 5. Now this game's played at Twickers. What's your call?
I think that Bath are deserved favourites going into this game. Log leaders been very successful under Johan van Graan, and I think Leicester have done well to finish second on the table and to put themselves in a position to contest this final. But I would say my money is on Bath to win it.
What's the betting? Do you know?
I think the odds are that Bath are 10.5-point favourites, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that they
9.5.
Is it 9.5? Okay, yeah, I'd give them that. I'm not sure I would go 10.5. I think 9.5 is pretty much as far as I would go as a buffer on this one, because finals can be quite tight and messy.
Unless you're the Sharks.
Unless you're the Sharks, exactly.
I got that wrong, though. Many people will think I got it right.
Well, you got the result right.
I picked the Bulls, yeah.
Right.
But they
The handicap.
they didn't cover.
Yeah.
So there's no 5,000.
To be fair though, you couldn't have predicted they were going to eat 3 yellow cards.
No. There's always that prediction. There's always that thing that you don't predict.
The anomaly, yeah.
No, it was a terrible game.
It was a terrible game.
Absolutely horrible game.
Where's your money? Bath Leicester English Premiership final. Andre Pollard plays for Leicester. Tommy DeToy plays for Bath.
Well, they're number 1 and 2, aren't they, too? So I don't think there's 9.5 points. I would take Leicester by plus 9.5. Finals do funny things to people. A lot more kicking, a lot more.
One referee call, it changes the whole thing, right?
Yellow cards, who knows? But I don't see 9.5 points. This is a neutral venue and big occasion.
Yeah.
And I would take, sorry, thank you. Thank you. You're always looking after me. Really sweet the way you do that. I'm going to take Leicester plus 9.5 for 1,000.
Okay. I like that. I think that's a good bet. I think I'd probably lean towards that too. I do think Bath are going to win, but that margin is quite big for a final.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is, especially when you have the class of a Pollard and what they have.
To be honest, it is just the English Premiership final, though. It's not like it's the URC final. It's not big stuff with the Bulls in Dublin taking on Leinster.
Okay, let's get into that then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah?
What are your thoughts around that one?
As Jake said, we haven't won anything yet. And I think he isn't going to win anything.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the Bulls win. Love to see them come out and fire up. And I think that from a physicality point of view, they'll be okay for a while. But Leinster just have too much class, in my opinion. Where's the final?
The final's at Croke Park in Dublin. So Monster Stadium. Monster Stadium in Dublin. And Leinster are, I don't know whether the crowd's going to be there, but Leinster certainly don't have any distractions. They are under massive pressure to win this thing because they didn't succeed in the Champions Cup, and it's been a while since they lifted it.
I have to be brutally honest with you.
Be brutal.
I see the Bulls, the spread here is 10.5. I see it being worse.
Yeah, I agree.
I see that Leinster, it might be close in the first half, but they should pull away. It's like they played a Sharks team. The Bulls did last week that had shot their bolt. 100 minutes of rugby the previous week. And I want the Bulls to win. I'll be cheering for the Bulls.
Same.
But my money will be on Leinster.
I'm exactly the same boat as you. I think as much as I would love to see the Bulls win that trophy overseas, and the Bulls win the trophy overseas, I think Leinster too much at home, Croke Park, the travel factor, the history.
Yeah.
I think Leinster win it comfortably. I think they comfortably cover that spread.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, it's
Yeah,
Bulls don't travel well,
exactly.
you know.
Well, I mean, they've got some wins overseas, but yeah, they've got this thing where you're not really sure are they going to play for 80.
No, and it's yeah, I can't see any other result than a 15 to 20 point.
Would you do the accumulator on both of those?
No, but what I will do is I'll put 5,000 on Leinster minus 10.5, and give the winnings out to 4 people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
didn't do it last week because the Bulls ruined the party.
Right.
But I'll take the minus 10.5 Leinster, and that'll pay 4,300. So we'll divide that up by 5 and pay it out.
Cool.
But you're convinced of this, huh?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's rugby. You could get red cards. You could have an injury. You know, anything could change. To beat Leinster in Ireland on its own is something to do. So
Last week we said they were waning.
Oh, so Leinster are, I think, waning from the heights of the Leinster that won Champions Cup titles. They've tried to do a bit of a reboot with Geordie Barrett coming in and some of this foreign legion, and I think there's definitely quality in there.
Yeah.
Although they're missing some players,
Yeah.
Leinster have to win. Their program dictates that they must win this game. And the Bulls, in a way, that counts in their favour in that they'll be maybe a little bit less tight, but the Bulls are going to be outgunned against this Leinster team in Dublin. If this was a Loftus final, it's a different ball game. But to travel after what they've just done in the semi-finals and go and do it again now at Croke Park against this Leinster team, I think that's a long shot.
Yeah, it was convincing how Leinster absolutely annihilated. Was it Glasgow last week?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've just dismantled them.
Yeah.
That's
the score was flattering to Glasgow.
That's the best I've seen Leinster play for some time.
Yeah.
They were really slick.
So I have no confidence in the Bulls this weekend. I'm not anti-Bulls, please.
Yeah, we'll be pulling for them, right? But we just...
Yeah, we'll be pulling for them.
Yeah.
But I might go to bed and pull afterwards.
What?
No. Yeah. Minus 10.5 I'm taking, and I'll take the plus 9.5 on Leicester.
Good call.
Thanks, bud.
Nice, Kev. Thank you.
Nice chatting to you.
Cool.